Did everyone receive a copy of the minutes of the July 21st meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
And what's the pleasure of the board with respect to the minutes?
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to go ahead and make a motion. We go ahead and accept the minutes as presented.
I'll second.
Questions on the motion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Old business, item 1, All Stars Car Wash and Auto Detailing Incorporated. Dave Block on 100 North Colfax, unit number 7. Public hearing for a use variance to add a U-Haul rental business. Property is zone B3, general business. And we've had no further communication from the petitioner.
That's correct.
Motion to drop from the agenda is in order.
Mr. Chairman, go ahead and make a motion to drop All Stars Car Wash and Auto Detailing, David Block, 100 North Colfax from our agenda.
I'll second that.
Questions on the motion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item 2, SBA Communications for T-Mobile by Eric Greenfield, 500 North Elmer Street in Cheever Park, requesting permission for a public hearing on a use variance to convert a flagpole structure to the traditional monopole tower. Petitioner has requested a continuance to the September 15th, 2025 meeting. Pleasure of the board.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to go ahead and make a motion that we go ahead and continue item number 2 to the September 15th meeting.
Second that.
Questions on the motion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. New business, item 1, Calvary Tabernacle Church, Craig Harper, 621 South Broad Street, requesting a developmental variance to install a larger sign than what zoning allows. Is Mr. Harper here? Is anybody here from the church?
They were supposed to be here, maybe,
If we can change the agenda and list this particular item last, and give them an opportunity to be here. I know there's been some traffic issues coming in today.
Okay.
Okay.
Item 2. All right, we're gonna take 1 and move it down and make it 6. So, item 2, One Price Window, Nicole Salvador, 1110 West Lake Street, requesting permission for a public hearing on a use variance to open an at-home business. Name and address?
Nicole Salvador, One Price Window LLC, 1110 West Lake Street.
And what is it that you are wanting to do there?
So we opened an in-home window company basically, and we're basically just doing the office work out of the house. Any in-home sales or customer interactions are taking place on the customer's property because we're measuring and taking a look to make sure that we're gonna design the windows and they're gonna fit and they're gonna be in accordance with all rules and statutes and things like that. So we are just using the house for the office part of it. Everything else is digital or on the customer's property.
That's what you're doing currently, and that's what you're requesting the,
We applied for the contractor's license for the town of Griffith to run the business out of the house.
okay? And that's all you're doing?
All we're doing.
You're just making phone calls from there?
100%. I think there might have been some confusion along the way with some emails. I think in the beginning, there was a possibility that we weren't sure what we were gonna do to deliver the windows, so we had mentioned having them delivered at home, which is where the zoning came, but we won't be doing that. Our installer has a location in Michigan City where the windows will be delivered and then transported to the customer's direct address.
So basically, what you wanna do is you just wanna, you just wanna be able to, that's your address, but there really be no business, no deliveries, no customers, no storage of windows, none of that, correct?
That's correct. 100%.
Yeah, I think there was some confusion because we had initially thought that you were gonna wanna actually conduct some business there, which.
Right, and I think as the emails we were going back and forth, the plan had evolved, because when I first started this process, we didn't have the installer with the location. He came up like 2-3 weeks ago, and so then in my communication with the department, we explained that we had the new installer who has the facility to store the windows.
Because you would face a terrific uphill battle to put.
100%, yeah, we realize
Okay,
that. And
okay.
if for some reason this subcontractor doesn't work out, we do have a backup plan that we would find an external storage space somewhere in an external storage unit rather than our home to deliver the windows there. We would not be delivering windows to the home.
Okay, because, yeah.
You answered my question.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not gonna have any outside signage or anything like
No,
that?
not at
Okay,
all.
all right, that,
Yeah, that's. Carl, do you have anything else?
No,
Tom, you have anything?
just for-
Nope. You
I
asked the
don't
right
either.
questions.
What's the pleasure of the board?
Mr. Chairman, I'm gonna make a motion that we grant Nicole Salvador, 1110 West Lake Street, permission to have a public hearing for use variance to have an at-home business.
I second that.
Questions on the motion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, you can, get with the building department and the building commissioner, and they will explain to you what is required, what steps you have to take for us to conduct your public hearing, if you want it at the next meeting, I don't know, September, what is that?
15th, I think.
15.
September 15th. There's certain trigger dates you have to hit,
Okay.
okay? But they can furnish that information to you through a phone call, or whatever the case may be, but just not right tonight, because we're in the meeting.
Got it.
Okay, you're all set.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 3, 100 North Colfax LLC by Jeff Austin requesting permission for a public hearing on a developmental variance on the amount of parking spaces required. Okay, Jeff, name and address.
I'm obviously not Jeff, for those of you who know Jeff.
Oh.
Kevin Koros and McMahon Associates.
Okay.
Here to represent Mr. Austin, who is sitting here in the attendance.
Okay, yeah,
Denying.
there's a little bit of resemblance there without the beard.
I won't take offense if you say that I'm much prettier than he is. Good evening, guys. We're here talking about 100 North Colfax Street. You guys seen obviously the application here that we're asking for a reduction in parking on the site. If you guys have the site plan in front of you, this was what was submitted to Veronica. We had DRC on the property, of which we came out with really the only thing that we needed here was for the parking variance. You guys will notice that the property is a little odd shaped parallelogram here, right on the west side of Colfax Street, and due to that, plus the
Okay, hang on.
building dynamics. Oh,
Time
sorry,
out,
go ahead.
time out. Are we supposed to have
I don't see a site
lot
plan.
layout or something here?
Yeah, was there a
We have
site
nothing.
plan in the packet? Because I don't have it.
I can provide you the one I have.
That'd be
Yeah, that'd
outstanding.
be awesome. Because otherwise, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Sure, you guys can pass this.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Enough of the site to go off memory here. So you guys will notice the property's been odd shaped. We have a unknown, I'm sorry.
You guys, you know where this property is?
Is
Yeah.
the, where the parking lot is for the used car lot?
Yeah.
On the north side of the building?
The old railroad.
I gotcha, okay.
That's just-
This up here. Up in here.
Right. Okay.
Got it.
Got it.
You guys familiar with it now?
Yep.
Okay. So, as you can see from the lot geometry plus stormwater requirements that we're required to have in order to make stormwater meet, we're kind of limited in the developmental space that we have on this property. The building that we're proposed there
You wanna
is
see it?
going to be a building in which Mr. Austin will rent out to a prospective renter renter, not sure yet. There are some options on the site, and there may end up being enough parking on the site depending on who ends up coming in to rent this building. Right now, we're proposing 2 overhead doors, one on the north side, one on the south side. So those doors could end up not being there dependent upon who rents the building, and if that's the case, more parking can get fit on those north and south sides, so there
Wow.
is still a possibility that it could happen.
Nice.
But as we discussed with Veronica, we kind of checking our boxes just in case, because this will be kind of a build to suit building for whomever comes in. Hence
So we
why
don't
we're
have a
asking-
renter yet, this is pre, okay.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
There's a pre, we have no tenant yet.
Correct, there is none at this moment.
Okay.
Yep.
And the
This,
stat,
this would kind of be the worst case scenario where we don't have the ability to get that parking on the north and south side, and that tenant is, either one tenant, it could potentially be 2 tenants.
what type of business are we looking to put there? Do we have any idea? What are you building it to accommodate?
More of a contractor
Here, pass it.
related type of unit. I supplied a photo.
Yeah.
Hopefully you want
It'd be
Ah.
more like a flex space.
Could be
You're
anything.
just doing
Yeah.
a shell right now?
Could be
This is
anything.
like over on Kennedy Avenue.
No.
Is that where this came from? The buildings over on,
Oh, similar
Kennedy?
to,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
similar to that.
Maybe a little bit different, actually a little bit more
Now, the doctor.
visually friendly.
Yeah. Now,
So,
the doctor's
so
office
basically,
functions-
if I understand what you're asking for, you're, because of the unknown, you would like to be able to advertise for a public hearing to get the problem with the insufficient parking remedied in case it becomes an issue.
Correct.
And if it doesn't become an issue, then you don't need to
Then
use the
parking will
variance.
be applied on the site and we'll meet the basic requirements, so this
Okay.
is more of a just in case.
Tom, you have anything else?
No.
Jason?
I don't have anything.
Carl?
nope.
All right, the motion's in order.
Mr. Chairman, I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion that we grant, 100 North Colfax LLC, Jeff Austin, permission to advertise for a public hearing on a developmental variance on the amount of parking spaces required at said address.
I'll second.
Questions on the motion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Okay, you're all set. Again, get with, if you're not familiar with what's required, you can get with Veronica or Tricia,
Absolutely.
and they'll.
Thank you guys.
Item 4, Duneland Corp., 305 West Ridge Road by Charlie Ray, requesting permission for a public hearing on a developmental variances on the maximum floor area ratio and front and rear yard setbacks and parking spaces.
Hi, I'm Charlie Ray with Duneland Group, and I'm here with the owner of the property, which is Mr. Singh. And what we're asking for, I think you're all familiar with the site, it's 305 West Ridge, it's an existing service station. And what Mr. Singh would like to do is totally remove the station, also the tanks and everything, and put in a new convenience center and also a new station. I think, do you all have a layout of what it would look like? You all have that? Okay, good. So, to do that though, it's roughly almost 3/4 of an acre, not including the area which is right of way for Ridge Road. And what he would like to do is to put a station in there. Now, it will require variances, as you can see. I think probably the most important one is the use variance, because your ordinance states that only service stations can go on corners and intersections, and this is mid-block. So that's one that
And there's already a service station there.
there's already a service station there. But if you tear it all down and put a new one there, I wasn't sure exactly how the ordinance would view that. You know, it's non-conforming with
Counsel, you want to clarify that?
Yeah, you definitely need to use a variance.
Because it would become non-conforming at that point.
Correct.
Okay, yes, you're correct in your assumption, yes.
So that's fine. So that's the one. And then the other ones are standard development ordinances, which we can roughly go through. If you look at the drawing, you can see where we would run into some problems. And that would be, they're asking for the maximum floor area, which I also included the canopy too. And that comes out to 3.2, and the allowed is 3. So we'd be 0.2 over on that. On the next one, currently the front yard setback is 25 feet. We would like it reduced 10 feet to 15 feet. The rear yard setback required is 20 feet. We would like to go to 3 feet, which is a reduction of 17 feet. And of course, the parking spaces required is 37, because the ordinance doesn't exactly say how many you need for convenience at a gas station, but it does say look at retail. So we went to retail sales and we went off of that. So it might be kind of heavy, but requires 37 spaces and requested is 21. Now, I will tell you that Mr. Singh is negotiating with the property to the south to purchase a section, some more land. And if that happens, then a lot of these variances will disappear. But he's working on it, and in fact, he had a meeting last week. So he is working on that.
Tom, questions?
Yeah, looking at your site plan here, when you say the right-of-way, the line for the right-of-way,
Yeah.
and I'm looking at an aerial of this, is that inside the sidewalk or outside the sidewalk?
It's not, the sidewalk will still be there, everything will still be there in the front.
Okay. Because I'm looking at where you got this 6x5 dumpster area.
Yeah, that's, the sidewalk, everything's gonna remain.
So this
Exactly,
here,
yeah, that's all gonna stay.
okay.
That's all staying.
And then you're talking about the
We're
inside,
moving-
that, and basically where that
Yeah.
tangent is
exactly.
there.
We'll be moving that driveway over.
To here?
there, Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So it's actually just kind of shifting, the one driveway will remain, the one to the west.
And
will
the,
remain.
the existing building, does that abut this back line already?
Yeah, very, very close.
Okay, so basically the existing building is like right here already.
Yeah. So we'll be taking that out. Everything's gonna be gone.
Got it.
Even the tanks. So all new tanks are
So
going
you're
in.
just starting from scratch.
All new building, everything.
Okay.
And he has 2 other stations that are doing very well. And if you go in them, they're all brightly lit, they're colorful, and it'll be a big improvement over what's there now.
You don't like the old Clark gas
I
station?
don't really like that.
It's nostalgia.
Tom, anything else?
No, that was it.
Jason, do you have any questions?
I do not.
I do not.
just, you're saying he's negotiating with the landowner and just, how do I word this? If he gets that land and all, like you said, all these, most of these are gonna go away, you won't need them.
That is true.
How soon do you think you're gonna have a yes or no on that?
He's been negotiating with him for about a month.
Because why waste our time, in your expense, if he's gonna get this?
Yeah, he's,
Right.
well,
We
he's
can't take
working
it.
with him.
But you
right
may
now.
not have it.
Take a
You may
chance
not,
on
he
it.
may not have to, because
Yeah.
if something comes to fruition, he just won't advertise and it's over.
Right.
If we were-
He's hedging,
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, if we were
Just,
separate-
Right?
just in case.
just in case.
Yeah.
Right, that's what we were, if it was separate public hearing and he did get another piece of land and everything, then we wouldn't have a public hearing.
Right.
Or you just have to modify whatever.
You just withdraw it you know.
Yeah. I'm
Right.
fine, whatever.
So that's kind of where.
All right,
Okay,
that's all I need, I was just curious.
I don't have anything. Motion's in order?
Yeah. I'm gonna make a motion, Mr. Chairman, number 4 and number 5. Number 4 being Duneland Group, 305 West Ridge Road, same for, group for number 5. But number 4 is a request for permission for a public hearing on developmental variance on the maximum floor area and the front and rear yard setbacks and parking spaces for said address, 305 West Ridge Road. And then the second motion, concurrent, would be Duneland Group, 305 West Ridge Road, Charlie Ray, requesting permission for a public hearing for a use variance to operate an automobile service station mid-block.
I'll second it.
Questions on that motion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You're all set, and you can get with the building department, the building commissioner, maybe you already know what the target dates you have to hit as for your public hearing.
Yes, but I'll get with her anyway.
Okay.
Sure. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Well, number one, right?
Anyone?
Maybe he had some confusion.
I mean, we've got,
My recommendation is,
Mr. Chairman, have a question or a point of order. So we received the information for item number 1, which is basically for a variance to the sign ordinance, or variance to the sign ordinance for Calvary Tabernacle. However, they're just not here, but I think everything's pretty much in order to at least grant them permission to advertise if they'd like to.
do we know what the
Can
new?
we, can we do that?
Do we know what the new, what the size of the new sign is?
Yeah,
I believe it's in the packet. Hold on a sec.
it was in the packet. I believe.
Yeah.
It's
There's a,
here.
there's a picture of it, and, the size of the sign is approximately, 8 feet wide. And then there's 3 tiers to the sign. The bottom tier appears to be 2 feet, the middle tier appears to be 3 feet, and the top tier appears to be 2 feet. So if my math is correct, it looks like about
7.5 feet.
somewhere, it's kind of fuzzy, but 2, 4, like 8 feet high, 8 by 8.
So, and the ordinance calls for 45 feet.
Right.
45, yeah.
They think on this, they said 72 square feet on the side of the drawing that was
And they
provided.
definitely need 64.
Yes. And I believe it's, it says Watchfire, which is a manufacturer of digital signs. So it appears the middle.
Counsel, could you enlighten us with your opinion?
Well, I always think it's a good idea to have someone come in and advertise unless there's some sort of super rush that it's in the best interest of the town to change from our regular procedure. But otherwise, you can be in a position where, okay, so people don't show up anymore, they request and we grant a variance, a hearing, public hearing, without really knowing all the details. Is it gonna be lit? What's it gonna face? What's the base gonna be?
Yeah, right, I agree with you.
It's just, shortcuts sound great.
Yeah, and I'm not saying there's a shortcut
And
here.
it's only gonna delay it a month.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not insinuating to bypass what our normal procedure is.
so-
I'm just looking what's in the packet, that's all.
So somebody wanna make a motion as to continue this, and then the
Yeah.
building department can make notification to them and say that unless somebody appears, they're not gonna get permission to advertise.
Mr. Chairman, go ahead and make a motion that, number 1, Calvary Tabernacle Church, Craig Harper, 621 South Broad, we delay this, issue until next month's meeting.
I'll second that.
Questions on the motion? Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign, motion carries. All right. Do we have any communications?
No, sir.
Council, do you have anything?
No, sir.
Tricia, do you have anything?
Negative.
Any of the board members, anything else?
Nope.
You don't have anything, you guys are quiet.
Missed you this weekend. Didn't see it all.
Huh?
Listen and learn.
Listen and learn.
Yeah, it's a learning experience, that's for sure. You got anything? No. I do have a question about the Methodist, the old Methodist church. You did have a meeting,
You got the receipt for this?
and has there been any movement down there to do anything?
They still need to provide us a couple more documents, they're working on it.
I don't know.
It's stop work order.
They are following through.
I'll get it.
I hope so.
Okay. And our position was, we're not gonna grant the permit for the fence until the permits are in order for the building.
Yeah,
Correct.
I made that clear.
Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chair, make a motion, we can go ahead and adjourn the meeting.
Second that?
Okay. Those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Show the meeting adjourned at 6:27 PM.
it's set up.
Are we good online? Okay. Let's show the Town of Griffith Planning Commission meeting starting at 7 o'clock. Can I please get a roll call?
Larry Balla, Rob Balla,
Present?
Larry Stassen,
Present?
Dave Maglish,
Present.
Dan Blount,
Present.
Jim Marker, Rick Ragpa, Bob Schwer, Jake Balla, Veronica Ward.
Thank you. Everyone should have received a copy of our July minutes, and in reviewing them, what's the pleasure of the commission?
Mr. Chairman, I will go ahead and make a motion to approve the minutes from the July 2025 Planning Commission meeting.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on those minutes as presented? Seeing there is none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to old business, item number 1, Indy Homes 200 LLC, 1001 East 40th Place, preliminary site plan review to build townhouses. Currently, the petitioner has requested a continuance to the September 15th, 2025 meeting due to engineering. What is the pleasure of the commission with item number 1, old business?
Okay, well, I move that the petitioner be moved into next month for review.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on item number 1? Seeing there is none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Old business item number 2, West Park Development, Turnberry Phase 2. The petitioner will be present tonight, which he is, giving an update on infrastructure improvements.
Well, we've had some new developments, and that includes, well, as you probably know, we don't have the access off the Reeder Road anymore. But there has been a change in the amount of, hopefully, disruption that would occur if we went through the subdivision. And I am actually, I'm here trying to figure out, is this a plan commission issue, or should I be before the town council on this?
I would say both at this point.
Okay.
And Bob, what's your opinion on that with now using more public safety kind of access and roads?
You should go through both.
Okay.
Commission and town council.
So it'd just be looking from us for a favorable decision and sending that to the council?
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I would, yeah, that's what, then I would be looking for, is to pass that on to council, and I could deal with them on that.
So when you mentioned that there was some, besides the changes in your path, you gonna change like the amount of loads, what?
Oh, yes.
So can you give us some perspective on that?
Okay, I thought, I didn't know if you guys.
No, I was just trying to get more detail.
For the record, yes, originally, when we started this, we were talking about many hundreds of loads that would have had to gone through the subdivision. And then we decided that that would be too disruptive for going through phase 1. But then now, since, I don't know if you guys, gentlemen are aware of this, but phase 1 had basements. And a lot of the spoils and the fill from those basements were put on the property that we're seeking to develop. Because of that, there won't be the necessity of all those loads. So the last, with respect to our dirt people, and they said that probably 150 semi-loads, which they can access in 5 working days if they can work from 7 to 3.
What was your previous estimation for number of loads?
Well, we started out at 1,100, and then it went down to 400, and then they did some additional inspection of the actual fill and spoil, whether that was going to be usable. And we had an expert out there that gave it a favorable report, and said that we can use that, and that it would reduce the amount considerably.
Okay. Dan, any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Larry?
I'll let Dave go. I may have a question here in a minute.
Okay.
You know I'm gonna ask you something.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so there's only one way to get there right now, one access.
aside the heavy haul road that Mr. Austin, you two have decided not to use anymore. And you're saying 150 additional loads?
Yes.
It could be done in 5 days?
Let me make sure, 5 working days, and if they could do a 7 AM to 3 PM, that would be ideal.
Now, that part right there, depending on what our town ordinances state, would depend on the council, in my opinion. All right? I mean,
absolutely.
that's as fair as I can be in that regard. I'm not for you using this one bit. And I'm telling you, we have already had talks in the past with certain members in that community, your developments, both of them, or all 3 of them, and nobody in there wants any kind of heavy haul traffic going through there. I mean, I don't even know, who's gonna maintain those roads. Are you going to have anybody in there, kind of back
Oh,
truckers?
you mean during construction? Yes, there will be equipment that every day, if there's any kind of debris or whatever in the roads, that will be picked up. It'll be done daily.
Yeah,
You're talking
I
street
suppose so.
sweeper?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for,
Mhm.
a brush, et cetera.
Okay. So there's that, and when were you proposing to start this?
Well, that's just it.
I mean, providing you get your approval here,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And this is just to get utilities in still?
No, this is strictly excavation, putting the dirt in. I probably will not be able to do the utilities, at least for a few months. Now, the utilities, there aren't loads, all right? The equipment goes in and the equipment stays in until they're done, and then it leaves. And there's maybe, what, a half dozen to 8 pieces of equipment that will go in and stay there. So it's a different animal.
What about the wear and tear on the roads in that subdivision?
Well, if there is, we'll have to take care of it.
Yeah, we definitely want that, in writing.
And that's reasonable, yeah.
Because I've got a hunch, you get a handful of tracks going through there, something's gonna get screwed up, possibly.
What's it, Murphy's Law? It'll happen.
Right.
Hey, I've been in this business 40 years, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Do you have anything in writing from your excavator that says it's only gonna be 150 loads?
Right, yeah. I'm gonna give that to the town, but, I only have one copy, so.
Okay.
Such is life.
We'll give it to Veronica to put in the record. And Trish. While Larry's reviewing this, anything at the table that anybody would like to share as far as this goes?
Maybe let's see this.
I have a question.
Sure, please do.
So you're going from 1,100 loads down to 150 with no change in site elevations, no change to
No,
design?
no,
Okay.
I'm as surprised as you
And
are.
you're saying the material on there, these 950 truck difference is material on site that's good material?
Yeah, yeah.
So originally then, it wasn't just 1,100 trucks coming in with dirt, it was 1,100 trucks coming in plus an additional 950 trucks hauling off this bad material was the original plan?
No. Well, this is up to the excavator.
He
But
wants to
it's-
use in situ that's there, and that's why it's cut down a little.
I get that. My question is, the original plan then, if this news just came to light that 950 trucks worth of material is good material, previously, were you planning on hauling that out?
Yes.
So,
Okay, where the old, where the bike trail is going through there, which you're gonna have to, obviously gonna have to cross, yeah. Utilities, we have utilities running through there as well, correct?
Well, there's,
Pipeline.
utilities underneath that bike path, yes.
Okay.
And they pass that by the pump station, but that should not be an issue.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, how deep is that? Do you have off the top of your head? I remember we went through this utility some years ago when you were getting this first phase started
Yeah.
over there.
Well, how deep is what?
That gas line that goes through there. Do you have any idea?
What is standard for an slab over it?
Yeah.
There's a considerable amount of concrete that was put over that
Okay.
with the anticipation that there was gonna be construction traffic going over it.
So this is your only way out?
Uh,
I mean, sadly, unfortunately, this is your best case scenario right now.
But I don't know if it's so sadly, because we're down to 150, give or take.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there is that.
And then that's gonna take place during times where buses are going in to pick up kids for school, and buses bringing kids back from school too, correct?
Well, they're gonna have to, avoid that.
Well, easier said
I
than
assume
done.
Lake Central may only have one central bus place in there, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The excavator, they're flexible. I mean, it's not, nothing on that sheet is set in stone.
I gotcha. So, I mean, this could wind up taking a little bit longer. I mean, this is all gonna be
Weather
weather
dependent.
permitting and, you know, I mean, there's variables here, I'm sure.
But this is the time of year to do it.
Yeah, I would agree if it's gonna be done, yes.
And then you're just doing this to get out ahead of it, because you still can't build back there. I mean, you're doing this kind of
We're doing this at this time
As a
of year
gamble.
because
on your own.
it's 85 degrees out there, and even if we have some rain, you know, the water table's high out there. We all know that, all right, unfortunately. And so with weather at this time of year, this is the optimum period.
So you're just doing mass excavation.
Yeah, and that may sit there for a
Yeah.
while, yeah. But if I don't do it now, we're having this conversation a year from now.
Yeah, it's understood. Well, what I would propose in regards to this right now is that I'll make a motion to pass this on to the town council to,
With what kind of decision from us? Favorable or unfavorable?
well, favorable, providing that they agree to it.
Right, because all we can say is if we're
obviously, it
favorable
doesn't
to
matter
what the
providing they agree to it
petitioner has
or not.
requested to us, that's all we can do is a favor or unfavorable recommendation.
Mhm.
So your proposal, or your motion is what?
Yeah, for the one guy that said I didn't want this, here I am. Before I finish this out, what is our consensus here?
But if I may ask a question before you go any further. Is this critical time-wise for you? Yes, I gotta do something in the next couple of weeks. Okay. One thing you can do is say, I want this delayed till we have a full plan commission.
That would be my recommendation.
Or you can make a recommendation, or make no recommendation, and see what the council. I think we should either make a.
Because the next council meeting's tomorrow, and it won't make it on the agenda, because the agenda's already set, so it won't be until the next one, which is the first Tuesday of
Well, it's better than
September.
coming back in 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
To delay it here to get a full easier. But this way it gives the town council an opportunity to put their 2 cents in, because things have changed. Plan was not to go through.
Right.
The residents, and who's gonna get the flack? You guys, but also the council. I think it's only fair to bring them in.
I'm gonna withdraw my motion on this.
You know what I would suggest, and we've done this before, is that Public Works and the building commissioner and the excavator, we have a meeting ahead of time,
Mm-hmm.
and then we talk about strategy. And that
So you're saying that meeting is recommended taking place of our motions and things like that? And put the,
Well, you can put that in there and say that that's a requirement. I don't know, up to you, council here.
I know an awful lot of people out there that are gonna be angry about this decision. I really do.
Let me ask you, Jake, generally, when you do a second phase, isn't it just standard that you go through phase one?
It's all contingent upon the layout of the subdivision itself, and in most cases, a secondary access is required of all new subdivisions. So that's the problem we're running into here, is that secondary access.
Okay, so, looking at the situation we have here without Avenue H, and we have just the one access, is it that unusual to go through, well, here's the thing, we've got 31 homes there. The route we could take is either one of two. So if we do that, there'll be some homes that won't be affected.
Or you can negotiate with the owner of that property on the north and work out that deal again, and we don't have to worry about this.
I believe that's off the table, correct?
That's Mike, that's not me.
Oh, okay,
And then you don't have this issue, right?
yeah. I don't think there's any negotiating there.
Did he call you, Chris?
Email,
Yeah.
that was it.
so the consensus, what's the consensus of the commission at this time? No decision, unfavorable, or favorable? Or continuance?
I would not vote for a favorable. I would vote for, if we're gonna take a vote, it would either be no decision or reset it for full board commission hearing.
For the September meeting?
Yeah.
And I think that's the most appropriate way to go. Well, and I have a question here. Who has the ultimate authority on something like this? Is it the town council or is it the plan commission?
It starts here with a favorable, with the recommendation of this commission, and then it gets final approval from the town council.
Okay, if there's no decision here or it's unfavorable, does the town council not hear it?
We still, that information still gets passed on to them. They can override everything and all town boards and commissions.
Okay,
So,
so the ultimate arbiter is
The council,
absolutely,
town council.
yes.
I will say this much, I'm gonna say this much in defense of what he is trying to do here, even though I can't believe I'm saying this. This is not the first time I've seen this happen. You know, some of the bigger developers, they only have one access point, and that's it, to start their developments initially.
Right.
So, this is not entirely that unusual, it's just, my thoughts are, this is just such a confined area that you wanna be going through. That's my mental vision of this right now, and I can see where this could be problematic with a lot of them, you know, homeowners out there. That's my biggest reservation with this, in all honesty.
I understand. If I
Sure.
address the board, if the board decides to set this to a later date for a full plan commission meeting, you can request a special plan commission meeting. I can show you the process of doing that. There is a cost, but it's not outrageous. And perhaps you can get it done quicker. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
But the town council meets every 2 weeks, right?
The first and third Tuesdays of every month.
And then there is staff in between, correct?
What do you mean by staff?
I don't know, the study session.
Oh.
Study session, I'm sorry. So if in the interim, before the next plan commission meeting, the town council votes favorably on this, does that, Bob, negate the plan commission? No, you still need the approval from this plan commission. So because of the changes that are made, that the council should be made aware of those, so that we're not doing something without them knowing. I think the way to solve it is set up for a full board, full meeting in front of this plan commission with all members or more members present.
Yeah.
Because we've got 4 acts.
Okay.
It's not fair with the members that aren't here. So I'd recommend it be tabled till the next plan commission meeting. You can request that that occur quick.
Special meeting, okay. All right, and then at the same time, I could be pursuing the town council.
You can go and talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, at this point, I would move to continue this matter to the next meeting so that we can have a full or close to full panel for discussion on this issue.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor for continuance. What's the second? Any seconds?
I'll second that.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion on item number 2?
I think though, in the meantime, you should set up a meeting with Jake and Veronica to go through your haul route and do all that front work before we have another meeting,
Sure.
so that everybody knows all the information. And I mean, 150 loads, it's 30 a day, it's not a ton, it can be worked out, but everybody needs the information.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Motion, that's fine. Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing there is none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Kovich. Old business, item number 3. Make sure the table gets that. Venequity Lakeshore LLC by Gary Warfel, Rensselaer Place. Final approval to rezone property from R2 to a PUD for construction of 3 duplex homes and 1 quadplex home. Currently, the petitioner has requested a continuance to the September 15th, 2025 meeting due to engineering. And hearing the petitioner asking for a continuance, what's the pleasure of the commission?
Mr. Chairman, I would move to continue this to the September meeting.
Thank you. I have a second.
Yeah, I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on item number 3? Seeing there is none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, under old business, Venequity Lakeshore LLC by Gary Warfel, Rensselaer Place. Final approval on a 4-lot subdivision for the construction of 3 duplex homes and 1 quadplex home. Again, the petitioner has requested a continuance to the September 15th, 2025 meeting due to engineering. And hearing that, what's the pleasure of the commission?
Mr. Chairman, same motion.
Thank you. I have a second.
Second.
Excuse me, motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing there is none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We're going to move on to new business. Item number 1, 100 North Colfax LLC by Jeff Austin. Preliminary site plan review for the construction of a new commercial office building. Yes, sir?
Good evening, everybody. My name is Kevin Koros with McMahon Associates. I'm here with Mr. Jeff Austin, helping him represent this meeting here on the property of 100 North Colfax Street. We just came from BZA where we got favorable approval to get adjacent notifications out for BZA parking issue that we have. We are under parking requirements. There is a little bit of a hardship here with the site and stormwater requirements. We have met with staff a couple weeks ago regarding site review, have gone through a couple different notations of which the parking was the more concerning matter of the site. So I assume you guys have those notes as well as the plans in front of you. We're here to answer any questions that you guys might have on this.
Okay. Dan, any questions on this project?
I don't think so. Do I
Okay.
have plans on that?
We were shown them, if you need to see a copy, there's a copy at the table.
I also have one here if we need it.
Larry, any questions of our petitioner?
Now, those plans are the ones that we were looking at today were the original set of plans that were submitted a while back, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any substantial change on the site since probably whatever you guys have seen last, I don't believe.
And can you tell me again, what type of structure is this gonna be?
So it's gonna be a stick-built structure, but it is gonna be a rent structure. So at this time, my client doesn't have a potential renter of it yet. The building will be built to suit, so to speak, on who comes in there. So parking, as we explained during BZA, might not even be an issue. We have some overhead doors on the north and the south side that if whomever rents the building, whether they're gonna be two renters or one renter, depending what kind of business it is, if they don't need overhead doors, those can be replaced by parking stalls, and we'll hit the minimum parking stalls. Mr. Austin here does have a rendering of what the building facade would look like. So, at this time, to answer that, we don't know, but it'll be, whether it's a dentist office or, a contractor flex space building, will be up in the air. So the parking BZA that we requested was more of a just in case, depending on who comes in to rent the building.
Okay. Jake, you have anything you can share before Dave asks anything?
Sure. Like you said, they were at the TAC meeting a couple weeks ago and went through most of the site. I think there was a handful of smaller items that you guys said you would address on the next plan revision. And the only, I'll call them major items, were there needs to be a sanitary agreement in place.
Correct.
That site is discharging to a private line.
Yep.
And the other one was the parking, which they're going for the variance, which will take care of that one. Other than that.
And obviously, having ownership and easement rights for the adjoining property won't be an issue as it's multi-family, so to speak.
Sure. Dave?
So if I'm looking at this, I mean, this elevation is what I'm looking at here right now, this is what you're proposing,
I'll
this type of
Jeff speak to
building
that,
with the barn, so this is gonna be a pole barn.
Almost identical with the exception of the two overhead doors that be one.
Uh-huh.
And the rear building that you see on there won't be there, it'll be one structure, there won't be a rise in elevation.
Yeah, what I'm looking at is what I'm seeing here
Correct.
without the pole barn in the back.
Right. Same colors, everything.
Okay, same color scheme, all right. Brick, all right. No yellow, I'm a little surprised here. I didn't know if I fully looked at one of yours or not. But you
We're
can't-
almost done with them.
God. Any issues with setbacks?
No.
None whatsoever? Okay. The area this is gonna be in, is this pretty much hard surface, hard pan where you're at right now? Or
It's
is
the old railroad parcel.
it's that you purchased a couple years back, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, so you haven't really done much with that other than remediate it with all the vegetation and all that, correct?
Correct. For that lot.
Yeah.
Now,
for that.
behind it, the old railroad, that's site ready for 5 buildings.
Okay. All right. All right, so this is gonna be in spec, basically, is what you're, it's coming down to. All right. Sidewalks, are there any sidewalks? I don't remember if there's any sidewalks going out, up until Colfax or, 10, 15 foot off it. I don't remember if there is
Yeah,
or not.
there is sidewalk going up and down there, and we'll have new curb ramps with truncated domes we have put in there as well,
All right.
if I remember correctly.
Now, is your proposal to eventually tie into the rest of the site? Is there any sidewalks in the residential that you can recall? All right. What is the town ordinance? Is it 8 foot for commercial walkway? Okay, I'm just, I don't have any real big issues here, as long as we're within means and bounds, our setbacks are correct. And you are able to, it sounds to me like the tie-in, is theirs anyway, so. All right,
Stormwater meets ordinance, buildings plenty setback to the west, and we're, I believe, either on or half a foot ahead of the rear setback line.
okay, all right. Okay,
Okay, so the petitioner is asking for preliminary site plan approval tonight. What's the pleasure of the commission?
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion to give the petitioner preliminary site plan approval.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
yeah, I'd second that.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing there is none, all those in favor of item number 1 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
We'll be
sir.
in touch with the extra documents that we need.
Thank you. Under new business, item number 2, the Ross Group, which we have listed as 312 Woodlawn Avenue, preliminary site plan review to review proposed site changes to the existing parking lot, including landscape and stormwater. Yes, ma'am, name and address for the record, please. Thank you. And can you give us a description on what the project involves?
Yeah, we just finished an interior remodel for the Eastern Express building at 312, and they wanna put some more money in their building and do the outside now. They want to expand their parking lot, to 20 cars, they're short on parking right now, and there'll be 7 truck trailer spaces. Manage the water a little bit better, it's kind of a wet site down there, and, a lot of landscaping to spruce up that whole corner down there. Oh, and it's, site lighting, they've been missing site lighting off their site for years. So get some pole lights back up for safety on the site. And you guys have seen plans, right?
Yes.
And photometrics were sent in, for the site lighting and landscape plans.
Before we go to commissioners, Jake, do you want to comment on anything on this before we ask questions?
Yes, one of the things we noted was that, the stormwater for the site, you're proposing adding a structure to catch it and then discharge it into what I believe is a private storm sewer to the north.
Yes.
There's some sort of agreement or something that will be
Yeah.
needed.
There would have to be an agreement with the other property owner with water.
He agreed to it,
We have to have it in writing.
like an easement.
Yeah.
The other item along the lines of stormwater is, calls for a detention pond in the back, if I'm reading this correctly.
There's already a detention pond back there. We're just making the south end a little bit wider, taking the new parking lot water back around the swale on the south. There is a detention pond back there.
Okay.
We're just increasing the capacity to handle the added pavement.
Okay, just looking at the contours here, it looks like you're digging out approximately 2 feet based off of the existing contours to the proposed outlet.
The
grade.
top 2 feet get kind of widened out more, yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have any sort of drainage report or calculations for this, so that, I know you're adding impervious area by extending the parking lot. We wanna make sure that you're not releasing at a higher rate onto the adjacent parcel to the north.
I do not have that with me from Tiemann's. Unfortunately, Dave Tiemann's had a prior commitment in Minnesota, so.
So you need calculations.
Correct.
Okay.
If you can get those to our folks as soon as possible, that'd be great. Anything else, Jake?
The only other item I have is, I noticed there's truck parking on the site.
It's just trailer parking.
Okay. You guys have turning movements for the site,
Have what?
truck turning movements for the site?
Um,
Make sure that we're not in conflict with any of the parking stalls for the office space.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, you can provide those as well.
Thank you, Jake. Dan, you have any questions on this project?
When do you anticipate starting?
As soon as possible, we'd like to get it in this paving season. We just finished the interior stuff, so.
Okay.
I'll talk then.
Okay. Larry?
No.
Dave?
You know, hell, I don't think so. For once.
Really? Okay.
I can find something.
No, that's okay.
I can, but.
Okay, well, seeing there's no additional comments or questions from the commission, what is the pleasure for item number 2? The petitioner is asking for a preliminary site plan approval.
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion to approve preliminary site plan approval subject to the conditions set forth or the changes and/or requests for information provided by our engineer.
Okay. Have a motion, do I have a second to that?
I'll second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? Seeing there is none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Please keep in contact with our folks.
Okay, and then do I come back next month, or do we just?
Yes, you'll come back next month and then have some additional discussions with Jake and the other engineers, and pending everything's in order, it may progress, but we gotta make sure we got all our bases covered.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Moving on to new business, item number 3, Dunlin Group, 305 West Ridge Road by Charlie Ray. Preliminary site plan review for construction of an automotive service station. Yes, sir.
Okay, my name is Charlie Ray, and I'm here with Mr. Singh, who's the owner, and this is a very, very preliminary drawing.
Yes.
In fact, I don't even expect you to vote on it, saying it's preliminary. The reason is because we just presented a use variance and also 4 development standards variances to the plan commission tonight.
The BZA?
Yeah, BZA.
Okay.
And and the other thing too is, the owner is now negotiating with the property owner to the south to acquire more property.
Okay.
And once that happens, because it looks like it will, then everything will change.
Sure.
I think a lot of the variances will disappear. And then, of course, other things that, we've had some meetings with, the engineer and also the building commissioner, and they have some items that they'd like us to address, and then we would be able to better address all the things that they want.
Okay.
So really, this is just an idea that we have right now, and I wouldn't expect you to vote on it.
Okay.
Just look at it and say, yeah, this is, but what it is we'll be replacing the existing gas station, and this is at 305 West Ridge. The existing gas station is not in great condition, so
Yep.
everything will be taken out, even the tanks, everything removed, and all new tanks put in, a new convenience mart, and also a new canopy, new pumps and everything, so.
And from what I understand, Mr. Singh owns the station at the corner of Burr and Ridge. Do you own that station as well? And would that place sort of mimic this, or is there gonna be a difference in that? Will your station over there be like sort of the same kind of deal that you're doing here, or are you looking to do something different? Okay. Just to offer some perspective, because we know you have one existing location.
So, anyway, so we just wanted to introduce it kind of
Sure.
tonight, so that you could see, what was planned.
And we appreciate that.
So for purposes of our agenda, what do you want us to do? Do you want us to continue this to the next meeting?
Yeah, I would do that, because a lot of it hinges on what's gonna happen with, the negotiations with the property to the south.
And do you think 30 days is enough time for that to pan
I
out?
think it will.
Okay. Based on that, Mr. Chairman, then I would move to reset this to the September meeting.
Okay. We have a motion to continue till our September 15th meeting. Do I have a second to that?
Yeah, I'll second.
Motion and second, any discussion?
Yeah, I have a question. Why is that so contingent on the development of this front parcel if you get the back parcel?
Well, it'll change it. What it'll do is, it'll give them the opportunity to move the building back away from the setback, so they won't have a setback variance to ask for.
Mhm.
They'll also have a rear yard then, and so they won't have to have a rear yard variance. There'll be actually some more parking, so that they won't ask for a parking variance. So a lot of this, the one they will have to have is a use variance.
Right.
Because if you have your ordinance says that gas stations go at intersections. This is mid-block.
Yeah.
So if we were just acquiring the gas station and continuing to use it, you could do that. But we're tearing everything out, everything's gone. So a whole new structure's going in, everything new, so then it would violate the use variance. I mean, the use ordinance. So, that's why we're asking for the variance.
Understood.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, we have motion and a second. Seeing there's no further discussion, all those in favor of, well, we already got that for the next meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Motion carries.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for presenting. We have no other business, communications, bills and expenditures.
We have a $65 bill for Tricia Hanrath for the last month's meeting. I would move for approval to pay the same.
Thank you, and I'll second. Any discussion? All in favor for paying Trish for our minutes, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Show the Plan Commission being adjourned at 7:40. Thank you, everybody.